Welcome once again to my class. I'm enjoying, this set of students. I hope you also are enjoying your lecturer. All right, we promise to give you our best at all times, and that is exactly, what we are committed to, and we are committed to deliver, criminologists, the best of criminologists. We are committed to prepare the best of criminologists in this part of the world. All right, so now in today's class, we're gonna be talking about types of criminals. You may be wondering what are the types of criminals? Why should we, talk about types of criminals? Let me tell you, we define criminology generally as as a science of, or as a scientific study of crime and criminal behavior. Now we have explained crime, in our various. It's going to be interesting, it's going to be fun today. Our objectives for this particular lecture, at the end of this class, my students should be able to categorize or differentiate different types of criminals. Lesson points. Let's consider types of criminals. Types of criminals in criminology. I'm gonna mention them quickly. We have occasional criminals, and we have professional criminals. We have amateur criminals. A lot of them, but in this particular class, I'm gonna be talking about the occasional criminals, as well as the types, or the four categories of occasional criminals. What is occasional criminals? We said occasional offenders are not professional criminal. They do not make crime their occupation. So in other words, they are not a career criminals. It happens to them occasionally. When they stumble on crime, they commit crime. So but they do not prepare to commit crime. So they are not professional criminals. So now let's consider the four broad, or the four category of occasional criminals. One, we have criminal nodes. Criminal nodes is another forms of occasional criminals. What is criminal node? It says someone with criminal characteristics. When someone has a tendency of committing a crime, when someone have the characteristics of criminals, we call them criminal node. And Cesare Lombroso helped us to categorize types of criminals under his own category. There's what Cesare Lombroso called born criminals, and there's another types of criminals that Cesare Lombroso said they are criminal node. Say they has the characteristics of criminal. Let's look at it. Say criminal node. These are epileptode or epileptode. Who suffer from a media form of disease, so that without the adequate cause, criminality is not manifested. In a simple words, we say criminal node is they are just people with criminal characteristics. Right. Now let's look at another form of occasional criminals, habitual criminals. We call them habitual criminals. What does that mean? The people who are obsessive to crime. People who are, compulsive, they are also addictive. They are addicted to committing crime. They cannot do without committing crime. Another category of these habitual criminals are people who commit crime perpetually, and also people who are accustomed to committing crime. These are habitual criminals. Then the fourth category are the people we call epileptoid criminals. I've explained that. You see, they exhibiting symptoms of that resemble, or symptoms that resemble epilepsy. They are on and off. These are other categories of criminals. Now let's look at the last category under the occasional criminals. Is what we call an occasional theft. Occasional theft. Then let's look at our reflection question for today. I want you to pause for 5 minutes. Let's think about, why is it important for criminologists to understand various types of criminals? Why is it important for criminologists to understand various types of criminals? All right, and our discussion question, of course, is what makes criminals different from one another? What makes criminals different from one another? And that will be the end of my class. Hope to see you next time. Thank you and God bless you. Omota FM Richard is my name. I hope to see you in our next class. Thank you and God bless you.